This is probably one of the biggest components I'm gonna speak about today that got me from fucking 300 subs to 11K subs in 6 months. Consistency is everything. What you have to understand is you can't get quality without quantity. Motherfuckers wanna skip the work. The work works. If you got a fucking iPhone, that's all you need to be successful on YouTube. Shit can be some shit you wanna do on the side. You have to treat this shit like a job. But if you DM me the camera emoji, I will send you my, this is probably the most important point that I'm gonna speak about today. That determines if a person is gonna watch the whole video, watch a half of the video. Studies have shown that those are the colors that get people to click videos the most. I never said this shit was easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of fucking work. YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Cry. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. Today we got a great one, man. I'm gonna share with you guys 7 secrets to grow your YouTube fast as fuck, fellas. This is gonna be a step-by-step guide. As you know, I grow my YouTube to 11K in 6 months, and I'm gonna reveal all the secrets that motherfuckers is charging you for, whether it's their courses, whether it's their mentorship, right? I'm just gonna give you the information for free because I fuck with y'all, so make sure you got your notepad out, make sure you're taking notes, and put it into action immediately. See a lot of comments of guys who are starting their YouTube on that journey with building their personal brand, man, and I wanna expedite that for you. I wanna get you success as fast as possible. Right, so without further ado, man, let's get right into it. The first step, fellas, you wanna study niche. So you wanna figure out who your target audience is. What are you knowledgeable about, or what do you enjoy speaking about, and who wants to hear that, right? So for me, it's men's self-improvement, right? So what does that look like for you? Is it fucking cutting hair? Is it breeding dogs? Is it music reactions? Right? Is it vlogs, right? What is that for you, right? Once you figure that out, what you're gonna do is you're gonna study the top creators within that niche. You can ask ChatGPT this, or you can do your own due diligence to find out, right? But you wanna find the top creators, and the first thing you wanna do is look at their top performing videos over the last 90 days, right? It's gonna be a little tedious, it's gonna take some time, but this is a very important step, right? So find 5 to 10 creators that are in your specific niche that have the most subscribers, right? That you fuck with the most. Look at their top performing vids from the last 90 days, every single one of them. Every single video that resonates with you, or you feel like that you could recreate with your own sauce, not copying them, just getting the idea and then recreating it with your own sauce. Make a list of those topics. While you're going through those creators, you also want to find out gaps, right? What gaps can you fill? When you're looking at the 5 to 10 creators within your niche and getting video ideas from them, you're also going to be looking, okay, what topics are these creators not covering? What reactions are these creators not doing, right? What gap can you fill in the marketplace? Right? Like for me personally, fellas, there's no self-improvement coach on YouTube doing full guides with whiteboards. Right? Typically, if they're using a whiteboard, it's like a 10, 15 minute video, or if they're doing full guides, it's via Loom, like on a desktop. I'm the only one that's doing full guides on a whiteboard, right? So that's a gap that I feel. While studying your niche, while figuring out your target audience, you need to also identify your ideal viewer, right? How old are they? What are their pain points? What are their interests? What time are they getting on YouTube? How often do they get on YouTube, right? Like for me personally, I'm in men's self-development, right? I'm targeting men from the ages of 18 to 35. That's typically my range, right? Men that are trying to improve their looks, their finances, gym, nutrition, life maxing, productivity, dating. Those are the men that I'm trying to target, right? So what topics do those men want to hear about? What topics do those men need, right? I think about the younger crowd. What do younger crowd need to hear from a self-development standpoint? And I'm going to put that out there. You get what I'm saying? So what does that look like for you? If it's music reactions, what albums haven't been reacted to, right? If it's vlogs, what style vlogs would you want to see when you were younger? Overall, fellas, you want to get creative with studying your niche. Study what works within the last 90 days of those top 5 to 10 creators, and study what they're not doing and fill that gap for the marketplace. And that's how you're going to stand out while also getting the traction of what already works. Number 2, consistency. Fellas, this is probably one of the biggest components I'm gonna speak about today that got me from fucking 300 subs to 11K subs in 6 months. The person that goes to the gym every fucking day is gonna beat out the person that goes to the gym 3 times a week. Person that counts their macros every fucking day is gonna beat out the person that counts their macros 3 times a week. Consistency is everything. I post every fucking single day to grow my channel. Every day. A mistake a lot of people make is they fall into the quality over quantity. Oh, I'm gonna post 1 video a week and it's gonna be really, really good. Or I'm gonna post 3 videos a week and it's gonna be really, really good. Get the fuck out of here. right? What you have to understand is you can't get quality without quantity, right? Why am I so sharp with the gym now? Because I just showed up. Even when I didn't know what I was doing, I just showed up, got the reps, got the reps, got the reps. Now it's smooth sailing. Now I can create a workout plan for other people, right? Motherfuckers want to skip the work. The work works. You can't get a quality video. You can't have a quality channel if you don't put in the reps with quantity, right? Make 100 videos, then on 101, the quality will be there. But trying to get the quality from video one and dropping once per week or once a month is not gonna get you there, bro. Every video you're gonna get better, but you gotta put in the reps. Focus on quantity first and the quality will come. Don't overthink it at first, fellas. That's a mistake a lot of y'all make as well. Done is better than perfect, right? Perfection paralyzes progress. Release the video, learn from it, improve. Right? So don't overthink your videos. Oh, I gotta have this certain camera. I gotta have this format. I gotta have fancy editing. My thumbnail has to be A1 in my first vid. Bro, just get it out. If you got a fucking iPhone, that's all you need to be successful on YouTube. You pick up that motherfucking camera, front-facing camera, and record. That is all you need, right? Especially early on, bro. Because what you got to understand, man, and one thing that YouTube is starting to do, the really professional channels are not excelling as the raw channels. Right? Like I used to do guides, fellas, and have the fucking words pop up on the screen, which is a little bit more professional than the whiteboard, right? But the whiteboard, it's more raw, it's more authentic. That's what people want, right? So a lot of times y'all be trying to be too perfect and you just being yourself, you fucking up on the video or whatever the case may be, you're connecting with the viewer. The viewer wants to see that. The viewer wants to know that you're human. But there's a method to the madness, fellas. You have to create a system to stay consistent. So you want to make sure you bulk your content. There's two ways that you can do this, right? One way is to pick a day on the weekend, either Saturday and Sunday, and record 5 to 10 vids, right? So you just record every single vid on the weekend, and then your deep work during the week will consist of editing those videos, right? That's one thing you can do. Edit the video, get it posted. Boom. Another thing you can do, fellas, is just record a video a day for 30 days straight, right? But don't post them till the following month. Right? So let's say it's March 1st. I will make a video every day in March, right? So come April, that's when I will post them. I got 30 videos ready to go. So the videos are already scheduled. Then when April comes, I stay in that same system. I'm still recording every day for May, right? Does that make sense? So you're always 30 videos ahead. You never have to worry about missing a day. That's an easy way to stay consistent, right? So just take a month, record, don't post. Then after that month, that's when you start posting, but still make sure you're recording a video a day while you're posting the videos from the previous month. If you want to excel in YouTube and if you want to grow fast as fuck, this shit can be some shit you want to do on the side. You have to treat this shit like a job. This shit has to be just as important if you're 9 to 5. And when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Right? You just wake up every day like, oh, what video am I going to do today? Or maybe this week I'll shoot a video. You're not going to fucking grow. What? How are you going to compete with the motherfucker that has a 30 video schedule, that knows what he's going to talk about, that's posting every single fucking day, that's providing value every single day? You're not going to compete. This shit is competitive. Every time a viewer is watching another video, that is a view that you could have had. The best way to position yourself, the best way to control what you can control is to be consistent. They see your video, they see a competitor's video, and they got to choose, okay, which I'm going to see. I'm going to watch Croc because Croc posting every day, right? So you got to stay consistent. You also have to understand that the YouTube algorithm rewards consistency, right? So how the business model of YouTube works, fellas, is that businesses pay YouTube to run their ads, right? So let's say Google pays YouTube $100 to run their ad midway through my video. YouTube will receive $60. I would receive $40. Views, watch time, those are all big components of how much you get paid. But one thing YouTube also looks at is how often you're posting. If this creator is posting every fucking day, and I know he's posting every fucking day, I know I can get a lot of money out of him, right? It's a business, right? So YouTube's looking like, okay, which creator is posting every day? Let's put this business's ads with that creator because he's consistent. We know what we're getting out of him, right? You post once a month, you post once a week. Ain't no telling how your video gonna do. Right? So they reward consistency. I'm telling you. I can't believe I'm giving this up now. This was another thing for the mentorship, right? But if you DM me the camera emoji, I will send you my Google Sheets spreadsheet of how I plan out all my content and have everything organized, the title, what kind of video it will be, whether the shorts are done, whether it's recorded, edited, and posted, right? So everything is organized in one place and you're not freestyling. I'm gonna save you the headache, fellas. DM me the camera emoji and I'll send you the Google spreadsheet template. What you wanna do, fellas, because I'm gonna have the spreadsheet locked so everybody can use it. So you're gonna wanna copy and paste the spreadsheet into a new spreadsheet and then edit it yourself, right? Because you won't be able to edit the link that I send you because everybody's gonna need to use it. Right, so DM me the camera emoji and I'll send that right over to you. Number 3, intros. Outside of consistency, fellas, this is probably the most important point that I'm gonna speak about today. I truly believe that the reason that I had so much growth in so little time is due to my intros. If you look at the YouTube analytics graph, and I'll put it on the screen, the bar is really high at the beginning of the video. And over time, it drops, and drops. The reason being, fellas, is that first 5 seconds of your video are the most important, right? That determines if a person is gonna watch the whole video, watch a half of the video, or watch the full thing. People need something to look forward to. So if you take my intros, for instance, fellas, it's typically the most passionate parts or the most controversial parts or the parts where I have the most energy, right? So when you watch it, you like, oh shit, I wanna see that live. Or oh shit, I need some value on that, right? I think about it like a movie preview. Before you go a movie, you gotta watch the 2-minute preview, right? Or think of it like food. When you at the mall, they give you a sample, you taste a sample, then you want the whole thing, right? So this is very important and not a lot of people do this. 95% of creators don't put an intro in the beginning of the video, so you're already separating yourself from that aspect. You have to get the viewer excited. What am I about to watch? What am I about to see? Typically, your intro, fellas, can be anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, even 15 seconds to a minute. Right? But you just want a preview of the highlights of the video, fellas. So for me, it's typically when, I have the most energy or I say something controversial, but it can be different for you depending on, the type of video you do, right? So let's say you were doing a music reaction video, right? One thing you could probably put in your intro, let's say you were reviewing an album, something you could put in the intro, you could put a clip where you say the best song on this album is, and then you cut it off, right? Or let's say that you doing like a vlog style and you got a girl in there, kind of like how I do with my vlogs, right? Where I say, what's the best way for a man to approach you in the gym? And I don't put her answer in the intro, I cut it off, right? So that's gonna intrigue the viewer like, oh shit, like I gotta watch this video so I can hear what she say, right? So as you test it and as you do it and as you get reps with it, you'll know like what sticks with the audience, what works for intros, right? And you'll be good to go. But this is a major component that I don't see a lot of creators do. That's a game changer. I will drop a video soon of how I edit my intros, fellas, so you can see and learn step by step my method and how to do it. But for now, fellas, try it on your own and you'll be good to go. Number 4, thumbnails. These are extremely important. This is the first thing that a viewer sees when they get on YouTube, right? They don't see an intro. They don't see the video. They see a thumbnail. This is very important, fellas. This is the first impression of your video. You can have the best video in the world. You can have the best title in the world. But if your thumbnail is ass, who's gonna click it, right? Think about it in business, fellas. I could have the best book in the world. I could have the book that could cure cancer. If the cover of my book is just a fucking white page that says best book with a fucking black marker, nobody's gonna buy my book, right? So how we say don't judge a book by its cover, your videos need to be the complete opposite of that. Because that's what people are gonna do. They're gonna be judging your videos based off the thumbnail. That is the first impression. A few tips with making thumbnails, fellas. If you use words on your thumbnails, you wanna make sure it's a bold font and you wanna keep it short and sweet. No more than 3 to 5 words. Like with mine, you'll see full guide, or with mine, you'll see before and after, or verse. Very simple. Niggas don't wanna read a fucking paragraph on a thumbnail, right? Thumbnail is more so for images, right? But you can put words on there, but limit it to 3 or 5. As far as colors, right? Bright colors with high contrast work best, right? So pink, red, green, blue, even neon, right? Those bright contrast colors are gonna work the best. If you pay attention to my videos, it's always one of those colors. Studies have shown that those are the colors that get people to click videos the most or catch people's eyes the quickest, right? Whether if you use a purple or black or a navy blue, it's like a lower vibrational color. It's like a lower vibe, right? It doesn't bring the excitement. It doesn't catch somebody's attention. right? Think about a chick, she walk in the club, she got on a navy blue dress. She might be bad, but you might not see her. She might not catch your eye. But if that same chick walk in with a bright red dress or a bright blue dress, you're gonna be like, oh shit, who is that? Certain colors that catch the eye of motherfuckers quick, right? So make sure that you use those colors for your thumbnail. One thing to keep in mind with thumbnails, fellas, don't overcomplicate it. The same way I told you to don't overcomplicate being consistent, don't overcomplicate your thumbnails. Fellas, simple is better. I'll put the thumbnails on the screen. My best performing vids are the simplest, easiest thumbnails I've ever made in my fucking life. Did not put a lot of thought into them, right? So don't overthink it, bro. Simple is way better than complex when it comes to thumbnails. Me personally, what I use for thumbnails, I'll put it on the screen. I use an app called GoDaddy Studio. This is where I edit and create all of my thumbnails. I create all of my thumbnails myself, fellas, right? But you can also use Canva. Canva is a great app that you can create your thumbnails on. Don't be misleading with your thumbnails. Make sure that your thumbnail relates to the video in some way, shape, or form, right? Like, I'm not gonna have a thumbnail of me smacking a girl's ass and in the video I'm talking about discipline, right? Because yeah, you might get clicks, but your watch time will be really, really, really low. Watch time is extremely important in how you get compensated from YouTube, right? If you don't know what watch time is, it's just the average amount that a user watches your video, right? Typically, a good watch time is anything over 30%. So I'll give you an example. If I have a video that's 30 minutes, 30% watch time will be if the average viewer watches at least 10 minutes, right? That's a pretty good watch time, right? But you won't have a good watch time if your thumbnail is misleading, if your thumbnail don't follow up with the video. Always make sure that you're being enticing with your thumbnails, that it's interesting, that it's exciting, but make sure it relates to your video in some way, shape, or form. Also, be creative with your thought process within thumbnails, fellas. Like me, for instance, I did a video on my top 15 laws, right? The thumbnail for that video was just a before and after pic, right? So the thumbnail didn't say 15 laws that changed my life. No, but I showed you a picture of my life changing, and within the video, I gave you the content and the value of the laws that contributed to that before and after transformation, right? So the thumbnail doesn't always have to be exactly what the video is talking about. It can be just indirectly related, but that's a little bit too much game, man. That's more mentorship game that I'll be helping students with, man. But your thumbnails are very important, fellas. Number 5, titles. Right after they look at your thumbnail, fellas, they're gonna read the title, right? Sometimes, fellas, you can have an okay thumbnail, but if your title is legit, people will click the video, right? This is extremely important. Just like the thumbnail, fellas, the goal is to create curiosity without being misleading, right? You wanna make sure that your thumbnail relates to your video in some way, shape, or form, or your watch time is gonna be ass. You're gonna have a whole people watching the first minute of a video but not following through because you lied in the title. So you wanna be creative with this, man. This is something I'll be helping my students with when my mentorships drops, but I'll give you a little bit of game right now, right? So like, I think about my last vlog, right, that I did on Sunday. A dumb title to use would have been Sunday vlog or gym vlog, right? Like, that title's not enticing. That title's not gonna get people to click the video, right? Instead, I use just disappear and come back unstoppable, right? So people are like, oh shit, like, that's what I'm on. That's what I'm trying to do, right? And when you click the video, the foundation of disappearing and becoming unstoppable is the gym, right? So they get the gym motivation, they get the gym education, sprinkled in the interview with women, right? A lot of times we're trying to go ghost and come back and disappear for a girl, right? So they saw the girl in the intro, they saw me interviewing the girl. Then once they get to the end of the video, I'm throwing in motivation and nutrition, all components of disappearing, right? So I didn't want to just put Sunday vlog or come work out with me on a Sunday. Like, that's boring as fuck. Motherfuckers not gonna click that. You know how many people put gym vlog on their videos? How does that make you stand out, right? So you gotta get creative. With titles, fellas, the shorter, the better, right? And you always wanna stay below 50 characters. 50 is the magic number, right? So when you create your title, copy it, put it in the ChatGPT and say, how many characters is this? You always want to stay below 50, and I'm going to tell you why. The majority of views that you get from YouTube is from YouTube recommendations. So what does that mean? That's like when you're watching the video and it's a video on the side that says up next, right? Or a video on the side that says new, right? That's where you get the majority of your views from, fellas, right? Not people searching your name. It's going to be what they see when they're already watching the video, right? And if your title is more than 50 characters, it cuts off the title. So they might not be able to see the full title within that graphic, right? But if your title is below 50 characters, they can see a thumbnail and the full title, right? So always keep your thumbnail short, simple, straight to the point, under 50 characters. And that's gonna increase the probability that your video will get clicked because they can see the full thumbnail and title on the side in the YouTube recommendations. A key with title, fellas, depending on what type of videos you're doing, you wanna use emotional triggers, right? So you'll see me put secrets or harsh truths or unfiltered lessons. Those all are emotional triggers that's gonna make the viewer wanna click the video. You also can put cliffhangers, right? So I can't necessarily do this for my videos because I'm more in the self-improvement space, but if you're doing like entertainment or vlogs or reactions, this is great. And DDG does a great job of doing this, right? So it'll be a video where like he's in the car with a girl and he'll say, and the title will be, I asked her to give me head and this happened, right? So the viewer's like, oh shit, like I wanna see what happened, right? So even if the thumbnail was ass, that title alone is gonna get the viewer to wanna click it. Another thing that works well with titles is how to and how I, right? From a search standpoint, people are always searching how to get fit, how to get in shape, how to date girls, how to talk to girls, right? So how to is gonna do you some justice to get new viewers and new subs from just typing in the YouTube search bar, right? But if you have a bigger audience, like once I get to 1 million subscribers, instead of how to, it's gonna do me more justice to do more how I's. I have a couple of how I's now, but how I's is more so when you have authority, right? People don't wanna know how to, they wanna know how you did it, right? They don't wanna know how to get in shape, they wanna know how Cry got in shape. Right? So how I and how to are great tactics to include in your titles as well, depending on your niche. I'm giving so much fucking game. Holy fuck. Right? Couple more tips, fellas. Numbers work extremely well, right? Because you give people something to look forward to, right? Think of my last video. If I would have just said habits that changed my life, you don't know how many habits you're gonna get. You don't know how much value you're gonna get. But I put 7 habits that changed my life. You know how much value you're gonna get, right? That's gonna intrigue the viewer to click the video. Same with this video. 7 secrets, right? You know you're gonna get 7 secrets, at least. It's gonna intrigue you to click the video. You also can be creative with what you capitalize within the title, right? So I capitalize keywords within my titles sometimes, fellas. Like my video, how to become dangerously confident, right? Dangerously is the word that sticks out the most within that title, so I capitalized it, right? Because you got to understand, when people read titles, they're reading it in their head, in their voice, right? So when something is capsed, you read it a little different than when something is spelled normal. That's just human nature, right? So somebody seen my video, they saw the before and after pic, and they said how to become dangerously, they like, oh shit, dangerously confident, click, right? So you can be creative with that as well. You also can add parentheses within your title, right? So you'll see me say how to reinvent yourself. In parentheses, I'll put full guide. Or in parentheses, I'll put step by step. Or in parentheses, I'll put no BS, right? Typically in the parentheses, you can put something that doesn't flow well with your title, but still is gonna intrigue people to click the video. Still is giving people a little bit of more insight on what value they're getting from the video, right? So if people see full guide, they're like, oh shit, he going in depth. If people see step by step, this shit, oh shit, he's gonna walk me through it, right? If people see no BS, they're gonna be like, oh shit, this is gonna be different from the other videos regarding this topic that I've seen on YouTube. You can be creative with that as well, but be careful with the parentheses, fellas, because again, you wanna make sure that it's 50 characters or less. Last thing you can do, and you can use ChatGPT for this, or you can use Google Analytics, right? Search what keywords are trending that are related to your niche and put those keywords in your titles. It's gonna increase the search optimization, so when people search those words, your video will pop up, right? So that's another thing you can do as well. Number 6, shorts. This is extremely important, fellas. It's not just about the long form content that's gonna grow your audience. The shorts are extremely important as well. My shorts contribute to 30% of my YouTube growth. Right? That means every 10 subs I get, 3 of them come from my YouTube shorts. My shorts also contribute to 5 to 10% of the money that YouTube pays me, right? So shorts are very, very important, right? I was posting 3 shorts a day. I never said this shit was easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. It takes a lot of fucking work. So I'll give you guys my process of how I create shorts, fellas. First thing I do is I'll take an old video or a current video, put it in the CapCut, and then I'm just editing the shorts, right? 15-second clips that I like. You don't want it to be anything over 25 to 30 seconds. The shorter, the better. But clips that I think are controversial, clips that I think provide a lot of value, or even clips where I just have a lot of energy, those typically are the clips that I'm gonna put in shorts. I edit them in CapCut. Once inside of CapCut, I export it, right? Then I either use CapCut to add the words, or I use V to add the words, right? Those are two apps that you can use. Veed is a little cheaper, right? And then once I got the words on there, I then export them to TikTok and add the music, right? The music is very, very important. The music gives that emotional vibe with what I'm doing, right? So if you got like a real motivational or emotional instrumental and it's a fucking gym transformation short, it's gonna go crazy. The music is probably the most important component of a YouTube short, right? I like a lot of creative control over my YouTube shorts, so that's why I edit them by myself with the music, with the words, right? Because I know what's gonna hit, right? Sometimes AI doesn't know what's gonna hit, right? But if you want a more efficient option, what you can do is you can upload your YouTube link or the actual YouTube video on a website called Opus, right? They have a $15 a month plan and they have a $29 a month plan. They also have a free version, like a free trial. But what Opus basically does, fellas, is you put your YouTube video in this software and it creates the shorts for you, right? Of what they think it would be the most viral, or what they think will provide the most value. This is the most efficient way. So you can use this as well. Me, at this specific time, I may use it in the future, but at this specific time, I really like a lot of creative control and I know what's gonna hit. AI don't always know what's gonna hit. So I like to do it by myself. It takes me a long time, right? But it's worth it. And I do the same thing to stay consistent with my shorts. I bulk it, bro. So like one video for me typically is around anywhere from 20 to 40 shorts, right? So if I'm posting 3 a day, that's anywhere between 7 to fucking 13 days that I got shorts scheduled out, 3 shorts a day, right? Once they're ready to go, I go to YouTube Studio, I get them uploaded, I get them scheduled, boom, right? But this is a very, very important. Another key with shorts, fellas, you'll know what I'm talking about once you upload it, but within uploading your short and getting it scheduled, it'll have you add a video to link to the short, right? This is a way to get your views up on your long form video, right? So if somebody watches a short and they like it and they click the link on the short, it's gonna take them to the video where that short is from, right? So that's how you can get your views up on the long form vid, right? So shorts is very, very important. A lot of people neglect this, man. Before I even posted a YouTube video, I never spoke about this before, but before I posted a long form video on YouTube, I just posted 3 shorts every day for like 3 months and I gained 300 subscribers, right? So you can grow with just shorts alone. But if you combine in relentless consistency with your long form and your shorts, bro, you're gonna grow. 7, study analytics. I believe that 90 is a good number to start studying your analytics, fellas. So after you create 90 videos, take a look at your analytics on YouTube Studio. What titles work the best? What topics work the best? What thumbnails work the best? What videos work the best? What intros work the best? And then double down on those, right? So it doesn't always have to be like you make a video about the same thing, right? But you can just have a video kind of related to it, or even be like savvy with the titles, right? So a title that worked for me, my most viewed vid was I Wish I Knew This Sooner About Women. So I saw, okay, that video worked well, so I made I Wish I Knew This Sooner About Money, right? Then I was testing different thumbnails. If you look at my oral video, I'll put it on the screen, it had a different style thumbnail than what I would typically use. It worked well. Let me try to test that more. I also saw trends that, okay, when I use a transformative pic as a thumbnail, it works well. When I do a whiteboard full guide, it works well. So let me do more of those. You can also ask your audience what they want to see. Some of y'all have saw I ran polls, so you can do written posts as well. I run polls and ask the audience, what video did you like the most this week? What videos do you want to see from me, right? You can also go live. For those that join my live stream, y'all know I take y'all video topics and put it into action. This was a video topic requested, how to grow on YouTube, right? The vlogs are requested, I put it into action, right? The communication video was requested, I put it into action, right? So sometimes you don't always have to think about your ideas yourself. Like read the comments, look at the polls, get on live, interact with your audience, and they'll tell you what they want to see. Main metrics that you want to look at when you're looking at your analytics, when you're studying all of the things I just mentioned before. Watch time, I already explained what that was. That is how long somebody's watching your video. If a video is over 30% of watch time, that's a video that you want to recreate or take something from it and implement it in another video. Another key metric to look at is CTR, click-through rate, right? So this just means how often are people clicking your video after seeing the thumbnail? A great CTR, fellas, is 5 to 10%. Anything over 10% is really, really, really good, right? Like my most viewed videos have, anywhere from 12 to 15%, but anywhere from 5 to 10% is good. If something is below 5%, that was a terrible thumbnail or title. So you want to get the fuck away from whatever you did to have that low of a CTR. Lastly, you want to look at your audience insights, right? This will help you figure out what ways you can create value. So I look at my audience insight, it's 18 to 35. Biggest two age groups are 18 to 24 and 24 to 35, right? So I know, okay, those are the type of people that want to watch my vids. I know that the majority of my vids is 98% of men, right? So, okay, cool. My content is going to be for those people, right? So I do men's self-improvement, so it's pretty easy to see and know who my target audience is, but you might do music reaction videos, you might do vlogs, and most of your audience might be women, right? So you can figure out, okay, how can I incorporate something in my vids that's more appealing to women, right? So that's something that's very important as well when studying your analytics. Bonus! I'm gonna provide y'all a few bonuses, fellas. When you're on your YouTube journey, value over views. When you prioritize value, the views will come, right? Focus on making your videos really, 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 really good. Whether they get 1 view, whether they get 1 million views, just make sure that you control what you can control. Control the input and have patience with the output, right? So don't worry about, oh, people not watching my video, bro. The audience determines your value. So if you're not getting a lot of views, your videos need to be better. Right? If you look at my old videos and compare them to now, they're a lot better. Whether it's my value, whether it's my energy, whether it's my topics, my thumbnails, my titles. Focus on those controllables. Focus on where you can improve and the output will come. The views will come. Another thing to keep in mind, fellas, with YouTube, one thing that I love, your video might not pop out at first. My most viewed vid didn't pop off till like 6 weeks later. Within the span of week 1 to week 6, it was just getting the normal amount of views. And all of a sudden, boom, right? That's something you can't control. That's something that the algorithm does on its own, right? So don't get discouraged. Your shit might pop off. Another tip, when you're early in your journey, I would start with no longer than 5 to 15-minute videos. And the reason being is because you have to build trust and authority first. People don't know who you are first, right? So if I would have just came on YouTube dropping 40-minute guides, my shit probably wouldn't have took off, right? Because niggas is like, who the fuck is this nigga making 40-minute videos? Why should I invest 40 minutes of my time watching his videos? But a 5-minute to 15-minute video, they might invest, depending if you have a good thumbnail and good title and a good intro, right? So start shorter. When you get to about 500 to 1,000 subs, then you can go to 20 minutes, then you can go to 30 minutes, then you can go an hour, right? But start small. Another tip, fellas, is engage with your audience. You see me, I respond to every comment. That helps the algorithm. The algorithm says, oh shit, this post has 48 comments, right? Even if 24 of them were other people and the other 24 were you responding, the algorithm don't give a fuck about that. They just see the total amount of comments, right? So always respond back to comments, positive or negative. Another tip, when you start getting paid from YouTube, right? Don't go blow that money, fuck nigga. Reinvest it into your brand. Reinvest it into a better camera, better lighting, a better tripod, a better mic, right? To make your videos better, because when you reinvest it into the brand, when you reinvest it into the content, that is gonna make you more money. Lastly, fellas, just have patience and persistence, right? The person who can have patience with the daily steps, getting a video up a day, getting a video up a day, getting a video up a day, getting 3 shorts up a day, getting 3 shorts up a day, that's gonna be the motherfucker that has the long-term success. Right? So you're in that 32 degrees right now. I consider myself to be in 32 degrees right now. I'm nowhere near where I want to be. Right? There's days where I get up and I don't feel like recording a video. There's days where I get up and I don't feel like uploading shorts, editing shorts, thinking of new topics, right? But I do it every single day. I focus on the daily tiny battles and I have patience with the output, right? But I have speed with the input, passion with the input, extreme work ethic with the input, right? And I know eventually nobody in my field is going to be able to fuck with me, right? But I have to focus on small baby steps that's going to get me to the 1 million subscribers. That has to be the focus, fellas. These are the 7 tips to grow your YouTube fast as fuck. Again, if you want the spreadsheet to have all your content scheduled out so you can stay consistent and have everything organized and rely on your systems, DM me the camera emoji. I'll send you over the spreadsheet and you'll be good to go. I've only included 7 secrets, fellas. There's a lot of game that I'm holding for my mentorship. If you want one-on-one help where I'll walk you through how I create my videos, review your videos, help you with thumbnails, help you with titles, hold your hand throughout the whole process of growing your YouTube, as well as help you with your mindset, your nutrition, your fitness, your dating life, social media audit, looks maxing, DM me 1% with your full name and email, and I'll add you to the waiting list, fellas. But that's the video for today. I love y'all. Peace.